Hi guys, my name is Tara. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today, this bronzed, beautiful look is brought to you by Miss Pat Mcgrath. My mom got me the Bronze Seduction palette for my birthday. I'm so excited. Thank you, Mom. These are the colors here. So if you want to see how I got this look, go ahead and continue watching. Thank you. All right, you guys, so this is take 2 with the Pat Mcgrath Bronze Seduction palette. This guy right here, I will insert some swatches, a picture of some swatches somewhere in here at some point. So I did a look with this the other day and it turned out cute, but just getting, sorry, God damn it. So I did a look with this palette the other day and the look turned out great, but the footage and getting there just was a joke. It was just far from what I want to upload. So I'm gonna do another look using this palette. So I'm gonna jump in with this blur from Melt Cosmetics, just kind of to give a little bit more of a transition for the look I'm going for. This is such a big brush. What is this? M504. I don't even know if it's like for the eye. Not that it matters, but getting the job done. I'm gonna add a little bit of that blur like above the brow as well, and way over here. Really get it up in this really get it up in this brow. This color is really light. Like you can see it, but it's not gonna be like in your face. So I'm gonna take the lightest brown color and start kind of buffing that in and working it down towards the lash line. I think where I messed up before is some of that deep plum shade actually got into that brown shade and I didn't notice it, and because these shadows pack a punch, it messed with the integrity of the brown and it turned into a struggle. This is another MAC, Morphe brush, MAC. And just go really lightly at first. Well, in general, because these do pack such a punch. I'm not too much at like angle your brush down, which is a good technique, but I'll be like that all the time. But for these, you definitely want to. I will say, like, I use Wet n Wild brushes. I use a variety of brushes. I got some MAC brushes. I really like Luxie brushes. But even using this Morphe brush, like these types of color, it really does matter the quality of your brush, because sometimes, you know, those cheaper brushes, they're okay for regular colors, but really pigmented colors, they pick up unevenly and deposit it very patchy from the jump, so you have to kind of fight with that. So I would say definitely use maybe your better brushes that you have kicking around for palettes and pigments like this. You can see past my big old hand. Just slowly building that right there. And then you can go in with your original brush and help really diffuse that out. So I'm gonna take a little bit on my little finger here and I'm gonna start packing it onto the lid. And really just using like residual, like whatever's left on your finger towards the inner corner. And you don't get a whole lot of fallout from these colors. Pat McGrath does a lot of like runway shows, fashion shows, so they don't have time for fallout and cleaning that up. It's very, if you've ever worked like the backstage of a runway show I have here locally, it's very fast paced, so you do not have time to be picking up and splashing powder all over people's face, pigments, eyeshadows. It's just not a good look. Wrong brush. It's in my hand. You ever accuse somebody of like taking your pen and it's in your hair? Okay, so going back in with the bigger blending brush and buffing that out. On this palette, like the names aren't on the shadows. I feel like for like most people like complain if Morphe does that, right? But when it comes to like this palette, it's more like art, and I think maybe the thought process is that it like cheapens up the look of the palette. Also, it's meant for like, this is high quality, so these names are really only for like tutorials or makeup lovers, I guess, like, oh, what's on your lid, but whatever. So I'm gonna go in with rose gold and then another color on top of that. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Astral Luna Gold on top. I don't know if you can like see, but in person, really, really pretty. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna jump into this plum color right here. Just using like a furry brow brush. I'm gonna take this little baby blender from Morphe and buff that out. I'm gonna dip into a little bit of blur and buff that under as well. Just a little. So I took my line just a little lower and did it a little straighter right there in the inner corner. I'm gonna get caught up with this other eye and I'll be right back. All right, oh, we're wobbly. All right, so the other eye is done. When she said like bronze seduction, that's what I wanted, and that's what I wanted my last look to be. So you could go black and really just have those deep, like seductive eyes, you know what I mean? But it's midday, I'm gonna go grocery shopping, so I'm gonna do a fun little pop of, what is this? Linen in this under eye situation. Oh, it needs to be sharpened. But I'm gonna pop that in, and I'm gonna try to get that a little bit where I did the nose tickle, sorry. I'm gonna try to, let me scoot up. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of that in between where I have that straight like line with that deep plum shade. All right, these NYX inner corner brighteners, they really last quite a long time in your waterline. I don't know if anybody else has like struggles with it retaining, but these actually do a good job. But I did kind of mess up that line, so I'm just gonna fix it real quick. I'm gonna pop on some lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on. I used my $2 AliExpress lashes. Of course, I know you're probably sick of them, but they're $2 and they go on so, so, so easy. And then I did put on some lipstick and I used my Nude from NYX lip liner. I used Hot and Bothered by MAC. It's like a cute pink-ish color. And then to make it a little less pink, I used Sexed from Melt. This would look great with a red lip, but I wasn't going there today. Okay, so once I'm here, it kind of shows me if I want to add any more, and I think because, you know, it's Bronze Seduction, and when I think of like bronzed and seduction, I think of like really blown out smoke, right? So I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the Blur from Melt Cosmetics and really bring that down up under that eye. It may not like pick up as well for you guys, but in person it makes a difference. There's a truck. All right, so the truck is gone, thank God. So taking a little bit more blur up and around here, the brow bone. Really just kind of blow that out. I'm gonna do a pinch of Rodeo Drive in the inner corner. All right, and this is the completed look. I love this look. I love this palette. This palette is not for the faintest of hearts. Just know that. Go in with a very soft touch. When you go in with your brush, it may show up a little bit more, little darker than what you see in the pan, which is fine. So just play around with it. Do a couple swatches with your finger and brush swatches so you know what you're getting into. And really just have fun with this palette. This right here is a work of art. Thank you, Mom, so much for getting it for me. I hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope I did Miss Pat McGrath justice. Please go ahead and like and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you want to see any more looks, reviews, anything, let's have a conversation down below. Thank you. Bye. Bye.